My name is Kylie Wilson, and today I want to give you the highlights of my campaign titled Help Yourself to Help Them. So to start with, I want to give you a little bit of background. This campaign is all about mental health improvement of adults in the U.S. who are caregivers, specifically caregivers to their terminally ill or disabled parents. We know that 1 in 5 adults suffered from mental health issues, and that's due to stress, but that makes up about 20% of our population. So with this campaign, I used the health belief model as a framework because I wanted my individuals, my caregivers, to know that there is perceived susceptibility. So there's a chance that they have mental health issues from being a caregiver. Their perceived severity. How serious is this mental health issue going to be, or could it be? The benefits, attending support groups online or in person, can actually improve mental health states. And then barriers, things that could hinder their behavior change. So what might hinder an individual from improving their mental health? So to begin with, I do want to talk about the target audience. As I stated, I am examining adults in the U.S. who are caregivers to their terminally ill or disabled parents. But these individuals are in the contemplation stage, meaning they're aware there is a problem with their mental health, but they're only beginning to consider solutions, meaning that no concrete changes have occurred yet. So the likelihood of them using our support groups, online or in person, has increased. So we really want to hit that sweet spot with adults in the contemplation stage. We have also identified a couple opportunities and threats to our campaign. So the few opportunities that make most sense with this campaign are the cultural and technological. So cultural is shifts in types of health. With that being said, Omrin in 1971 and 1983 discussed this epidemiological transition, meaning we used to have a short life expectancy and we would die from infectious diseases. So the Black Death, for example. And now we have longer life expectancy, but we're starting to get more chronic illness later in life. So that means that while we are living longer, we're also living with cancer. And that means that our children, or we as the children, become caregivers. So knowing that that cultural shift in health has occurred, we can better prepare our campaign for that, as well as for our individuals. Next is technological forces. So most individuals have and use technology regularly. They not only have a Facebook, they use it, they know how to use it. They know how to log in. They don't need help logging in online anymore. And we can use that to our advantage. We're able to create e-pages, apps, Facebook pages, groups online that they'll be able to join and become a part of. Technology, however, is also the major threat that we have defined, and that's because there are areas that do not have access to good internet. So think of rural West Virginia. There's not always access to good internet, and that's a problem. So we will combat that a little bit later, but it is one of our threats. For the behavioral objective, we want individuals to see that logging in or attending support groups in person can improve the state of their own mental health easily, effectively, and efficiently. Okay? So it's something that can be done easily. It's not a hard process. We have also identified a couple barriers and motivators, and these are towards the individual specifically, not the campaign. So the main barriers we assessed are dealing with time. Barriers, it's a time-consuming process to log in or to attend a meeting. You have to stay at least an hour. People have all these preconceived notions in their head, and really, if you only need to be there for 15 minutes that day, you just need a way, then be there for 15 minutes. We also noticed that time could be a burden because it takes time away from your parents, you being with your parents, but it also makes you place the burden on somebody else. Please watch my parent while I go to this meeting. So that's why we have the online option as well. You can log in from the comfort of your couch while hanging out with your parent. Some motivators might be that the discounts and free sessions at yoga studios can help improve mental health. So we're offering discounts or free sessions at yoga studios to learn and practice relaxation and meditation techniques. Another really cool aspect that we think would motivate individuals is the health leader and liaison. These are just for quick chats. So, similar to a sponsor, you can call them up, you can text them, you can email, whatever is best and works for you if you need just a quick chat. I'm having a really tough day, I would really like some guidance. Next, I want to talk about the 4Ps briefly. We'll start with product. So we know there's core, actual, and augmented. So our core product is just the belief that logging in or attending is going to be beneficial to you. You have this benefit. The actual product is the improving of your own mental health. So we can improve your mental health, and that's what we plan for our actual product. The augmented product are usually the tangible goods, so we're offering seminars, webinars to not only explain mental health, but the signs and symptoms that you might need to look for as a caregiver. We also want to offer virtual punch cards as well, and these punch cards, you get a punch every time you sign in, and they will go towards the discounts or towards the free yoga session or meditation session. Price, we plan to offer this free of charge online and in person. No matter which one you're attending, you will not have to pay out of pocket, which is good because our competitors, psychiatrists and psychologists, are going to cost a lot of money. Place, however, we have a few different ideas in mind. So with Place, we like to use a rotating location of community rooms at churches, hospitals, and schools. We also want to do this over a variety of days and a variety of times. And that way, if you can't make a certain location because it's too far, or you can't make a certain day because of work or doctor's appointments, or a certain time, that you still have the availability. We allow the flexibility of your schedule. But again, we also offer online, so if no times are working for you, feel free to log right in. And then finally, to reach our more rural individuals, we plan on offering a roving RV, maybe 2 weeks out of a month, to go talk to these people and reach out. And then finally, of the 4Ps is the promotion. So we plan to use regular adults in our ads. We want to create an identification to show mental health issues are pretty common, they're normal, and we want to create that identification with you. I wish I could show you my ad, but with this video, it's just not really going to work. But we use the creative strategies. Messages are simple and clear. They're easy to remember. They have vivid messages, as well as we plan to make our norms more visible. So mental health issues are normal. They're something that 20% of our population deals with, and I think that's important to know. I will discuss channels quickly here as well. So channels, I plan to use mass media, so broadcast TV, newspapers, magazines, billboards, things that are going to reach a lot of people quickly and all at once. We also plan to use selective media. This is going to get a little more expensive, but these are for the more serious individuals. So direct mail, we'll have a blurb with your name in it. We could put flyers at hospitals, campuses, schools, and then banner ads on the internet. The final channel we plan to use is personal media, so creating social media ads, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. And so those really hit our creative strategy and our channels very well. Finally, I want to leave you with the message about our monitoring and evaluation. We want to examine the output of the campaign and how it feels, or how it impacts, how it impacts individuals making behavior change. So we're going to do this with a pre-test, post-test design. Pre-test, we're going to test individuals and ask them about their mental health, how they feel about mental health issues, and if they think this campaign would be successful. And then we'll launch the campaign, and then we plan to post-test them. So asking them the same questions. How do you feel about this campaign? How do you feel about your own mental health? And what are your current beliefs about mental health? And then we can revise where necessary and make changes to our campaign to make it the most successful. But we also plan to post-test about a year down the road to see if these same individuals are making behavior change that is sticking, why it stuck or why it did not stick, and what could we do to better that. And then again, make revisions to the campaign where necessary. We think with all of these factors, our campaign is going to be the most successful that it can be and help improve the mental state of adults in the U.S. who are caregivers to their terminally ill or disabled parents. Thank you.